All right, before I play this video, and this video is going to put a lot of things into perspective. Have any of you guys been feeling lost? Have any of you guys been feeling like you're being watched? Have any of you guys been feeling like, right, like one day you have tons of amount of energy, like you drink like 10, 12 cups of coffee, and then the next day like you've been siphoned, like you have no energy, no driving motivation to do anything whatsoever? You are not the only one. See, I truly believe we are in a cosmic video game, and the death of the Pope just marked a pivotal shift in this video game. Y'all remember they were talking about the Great Reset a couple of years ago, and coincidentally speaking, in lieu of the Pope's passing, you have the World Economic Forum president Klaus Schwab was talking about ushering us into a great reset. He just stepped down. So what does this mean, y'all? You see, the death of the Pope marks an acceleration point of the consciousness of the planet. So we are falling away from the illusion, what has not been real. So with the rise of consciousness on the planet and the indigenous people who can alter the reality of this planet, we are falling away from the illusion. That's why everything is breaking down. All the jobs, the governmental policies, school district, everything is breaking down because we're falling away from this illusion. See, the Pope represents the pop, the pop energy. And who is the pop? Well, the Most High. The pop, the Father, is the Most High, the Sun energy. If you don't understand, when you look at the word Pope, it's just the word pop with the letter E, like the pop, the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly One. See, the Pope represents the Christ consciousness energy being harbored in this physical body. Look at that. That's the Christ energy right there coming for us. There's about to be a great enlightenment on the planet. This is why we're falling away from this illusion. The Pope was laid to rest on 426. 2 plus 6 gives you 8, okay? Now on his headboard, the only words that were inscripted was his name in Latin, which is Franciscus. The V and the U is the same thing, and at the bottom with a white rose. Okay, so now let's break this down using gematria. Now I use Chaldean. Chaldean is the most ancient form of gematria. It is the most accurate. So when you look at his name as Chaldean, it gives you 35. 3 plus 5 gives you 8. And remember, he was buried on the 26th. 2 plus 6 gives you 8. Now, here's why I told you we're going through an alignment, and this is what the energy of the Pope represents. Because the Schumann resonant hit a power level of 53 yesterday. Y'all see that? 53. 5 plus 3 gives us 8. And the Pope's number is a direct energy manifested in the Schumann resonance yesterday, the same day he was buried. Y'all see that? So we have 8, 8, 8. Now here's why I say we are going through an alignment process, and the Pope was pretending to be the Heavenly Father energy in the physical realm. Okay, you got Franciscus gives us 35, right? Commander also gives us 35, and he was pretending to be the commander in chief, the real son, which is the real pop, the Heavenly Father. All right, which is why we're getting all these solar flares, right? I told y'all his body was a harbor of the energy of the Christ consciousness. So the Christ consciousness is going to be a result of these solar flares. All right, so the solar winds that are coming, you already know the same thing. The solar winds, Christ consciousness energy. The solar winds are the breath of the sun. This is plasma energy. Plasma is the first state of matter. It is conscious, it is a living being, and it chooses you as a vessel. This is the Christ consciousness energy. So this is going to what? Release black, right? Release us, because it's all about us, right? And who said this? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, he told y'all. Kendrick Lamar had already told you that the revolution will be televised. You just had the wrong guy. And the reason why that is because Christianity will have you believe the person who's going to be ascertaining this Christ consciousness is the white man. That's why Jesus is always in front of the sun. He represents the sun in the physical. So now the true sun, which is the divine masculine, this thing over here, y'all see that? This thing over here, kind of like what's behind Jesus, right? Y'all see that? The cross that's behind Jesus. So that thing is coming to wake us up, because we have been in what's called the Great Dream. That's why it's called the American Dream, y'all. We were literally asleep. All of this that's been happening around us, it's all an illusion. That's why it doesn't really directly affect us. We see everything happening in the world, but it's not directly affecting us because it's an illusion. This is the greatest time to be alive, y'all. We're about to find out it has all been a dream, just like Biggie said. It was all a dream. Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. This has all been a dream. But listen to this video and let me know what you guys think. And also, if you're looking for a private decoding, message me. Everybody has a code. Everybody has a number. We are all numbers moving in the physical form. You can get a decoding by me, and I'll let you know what's going on with your life. Listen to this video. Let's get it. Peace in.
Man, I don't know what's going on, but everybody keeps saying they don't know what's going on. Like, for real, I go outside and want to come right back in the house, bro. Then I come in the house and be like, dang, I need to be outside living my life, y'all. For real, I'm just in the house. Then I get back out the house, get in the car, drive somewhere to do something, and just be like, what's wrong with everybody? Looking at everybody like everybody off. I'm like, they could be looking at me the same way. I be in the grocery store like, yeah, everybody weird. I got to go back to the crib. Don't know what time been going. 2018, we was living a life. I don't know what happened, bro. Like, I don't got time to do nothing but go to work, come home, and go to sleep. Then ain't got time to sleep. How you don't got time to go to sleep? I get up in the morning, I'm like, dang, I ain't do nothing but go to work. I remember days I can have a whole day to myself and just live, Call everybody up, we chilling, we vibing, we out there. Bro, now I go to the crib, sit in the dark, and just don't want to be bothered. Like, I know I'm not the only one, yo. Don't want to eat nothing, don't want to cook nothing. Then when I do eat, I be so full off of nothing. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, I'm so full off of 5-6 cheese sticks, man, that I done warmed up in the air fryer. Man, I try to cut on Netflix, look at the TV. I'm like, man, everything fake. When I want to look at the TV for, when everything fake. Before I even cut it on, I'm like, I'm about to cut on this and watch all this fake stuff. Like, somebody tell me in the comments what's going on, bro. Besides somebody talking about, oh, you awake, you woke, you died. Man, what is really going on, bro?